Dead and Hip Hop album review, The Alchemist Yacht Rock 2. Before we get into the review, look, man, support your boys. Patreon. Go over there, become a subscriber, become part of what we do, influence what we review when we review it. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. If you subscribe to the channel, we appreciate that. If you like it, we appreciate that. If you don't do either one of those and you watch the video, we appreciate that too. So we just appreciate the support. Continue to support your boys. You see what we doing, man. Doing big things. Podcast network. Dead End Studios. Dead End Gaming. We look, man, just keep going on and on. Support your boys. We doing big things. Changes coming to Patreon. But back to this album review, The Alchemist Yacht Rock 2. When this came out, look, man, I'm not gonna front. Like, I don't know when Alchemist is about to drop, but when it drops, I add that shit to the library ASAP. You talking about legendary producer, and then he works with some of my favorite artists. So when this came out, I was like, oh shit, okay. And then me and B was talking about it, and man, like,
what were we all saying?
Yeah, we talked about this project.
Oh, the project.
We talked about this project. We talked about this project. Like, when it came out, you know, I was like, it was so interesting how, like, on the first 2 tracks, he literally has Action Bronson twice. But Alchemist and Action Bronson, the synergy that they have with each other, man, like, have you ever watched their cooking show?
Because it come on Viceland, right? Yeah.
Alchemist is like one of my favorite characters on there because I don't know if he's really mad, but the episodes that I see, it looks like he's like mad about shit. So he just looks like the grumpy old rap guy. I don't know if the show is scripted or not.
Right.
But his character on there cracks me up because he don't really say a lot.
He don't.
But his face says everything. Man, that show's
Okay,
hilarious.
I'm gonna watch
Do
it.
you guys feel like, I don't know about the sequencing between that one and Big Body Best and Action Bronson?
Why?
I
That
think
was
because their
perfect.
voices almost sound so similar. It felt like it kind of ran into each other.
I think that was kind of the point, though.
Yeah.
I know, but that's why I'm asking. Like, I don't.
That was perfect, and I love and I love the fact that he separated it.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he separated because Big Body Best has become such of a character.
No. I'm okay with Big Body Best.
You talking about the
I'm talking
transition?
about the 2 songs together back to back.
That
Is what I'm talking about.
That makes sense.
It makes sense. So where would you have put the Action Bronson track then?
You know what I'm saying?
It seemed like it was perfectly following that because Big Body Best is already so associated with Action.
I know, and I think because of that, it felt too like.
It was too predictable for you or something? Or what? I don't understand.
Like, I love the fact that they were
It's not a big
2
criticism.
separate 2 separate tracks. I thought that was dope.
I think it flows so well because it seems I picked up the vibe like they was on a yacht. Alchemist was on a yacht with all his favorite artists that he worked with, and they were just like, you know what? I got the beat machine down here in thing. I'm about to go make some beat. I felt like he was like down there making the beat, and then like each artist that was out there, like, hey yo, come down real quick, spit over this. All right, come on. Hey, go grab Rock right quick and tell me come on this. Hey, grab Benny. Like, you know, like that's how it felt.
That's exactly how it felt.
That's how it felt to me as I would like. That's what I painted as I was listening to this album. I'm like, you know, like a short EP. It felt like more a short EP because it was so short.
23.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
songs.
At first, that was my only gripe.
Yeah.
But then, when I listened to it more and more, it just felt perfect the way he did it.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't supposed to feel like an album.
It wasn't.
It really gave you this cinematic feel of these dudes hanging out on a boat and everybody just goes and spits a verse right fast.
Yeah, and that's all everybody was spitting was a verse.
Yeah, just a verse and a half at the most.
Come in.
Perfect.
Guys that he's worked with, Willie the Kid, Rock Marciano, Benny, man.
That's probably my favorite shit on
The Willie the Kid one?
Yeah, I feel like Benny, man. Shit. How you turn a brick into a sandcastle? I was like, oh, man.
That was
like
nuts.
Benny, come on, dude. Like, what the hell?
Man.
And I've heard, I wasn't too familiar with Alchemist. I've heard him on some features.
Him at all.
Yeah, I heard him on some features here and there on some of the works, but like, yeah, I was just like, man, Benny ass, man. Him and Alchemist, it's like every time when them two get together and do something, it's like crazy. They have not disappointed me yet.
Probably, I say my favorite one on here had to be Harry O. Rock Marciano was on some other shit. Because I feel like those pimp type beats with the pianos and shit, even though it still gave you that kind of like posh yacht feel,
that plush feel, yeah,
it was just, man, he flowed like butter on that shit. It was just so smooth. Rappers on my penis sack. He's like, I might smack you in the teeth with these egregious acts. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Rock Marciano and Alchemist are like the fucking superhero matchup.
I need an album from them, an EP or something.
Absolutely.
How do guys that rap so menacing at times sound over some smooth, laid back shit?
You heard it.
And the shit sounded so fucking perfect.
Yeah, man.
And I'm like, how in the fuck?
Because the contrast can be beautiful, and it doesn't. It's not always beautiful. It has to be the right pairing. But when it's done right, that aesthetic is hard to.
Like Bodie James,
bruh.
The fuck?
Because
Ocean
his
Run
voice,
joint?
his voice is so perfect for Alchemist beats. Because
But Alchemist beats, yes. But an Alchemist beat like this though.
Yeah.
We didn't know that until, at least I didn't know that until now.
Yep.
Like when I see I'm like, Bodie James, that was some yacht rock sound and shit. Okay, I'm here for that. But how is it gonna work?
But I had the same face with Benny the Butcher or with Westside Gun and Conway.
Yep, I questioned about him and Westside because their voices, but then just because I don't know about y'all, but I fucks with yacht rock. I like that shit just as a genre. Michael McDonald and people. So I was definitely interested to see how with something. I know, Mike, scratch your head. That shit's so smooth, man. Of course, you wouldn't like stuff like that. You like yacht rock? Let me ask.
Who the fuck likes that? Like, who really listens?
You don't
to
like Malcolm McDonald?
No.
You don't like Steely Dan?
No. Like all of those skits that he had in there, where it's just like these very stereotypical white rich people talking about certain. That's what's associated with that kind of music.
Yeah, Rick Ross in one of them.
Became. Well,
It just started out
Rick
that
Ross
way.
talking in one of them. That's one thing I love about his sample selection, because I'd be like, what the fuck is this? Like I love when I hear a beat in the sample and I'll be like, what are you thinking, dude? Like, why are you making this type of music for these type of artists? Like, this is crazy, man. Same thing with Fetty, because Fetty, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What the fuck
of that
is
shit was
he? Yeah, I was like,
nasty.
man.
Fucking tired.
Yeah.
But none of this was really mean. That's what was.
No.
It was. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know.
No.
You're talking about Fetty. I know. That's what I'm saying. But none of this. That's what makes this so lovely. Is he went in the opposite kind of direction.
Yeah.
He just made everything so smooth and, like you said, posh sounding. Like that's what I love about Harry O so much. Those guitars and the light singing, and then here come Rock Marciano flowing over it, dude. And the fact that they weren't really rapping a lot about the ocean or nothing like that. But even if it wasn't called Yacht Rock, I feel like I would still get this weird feeling of I'm by the sea. But not like this little like hood sea. I'm by like the expensive part of the sea.
The lush.
Like the lush, like I'm by a resort.
Yes.
But you, for some reason, you have all these hood ass people hanging out at this resort.
Alchemist painted the perfect picture.
He really did.
For these artists to just, hey bro, do you.
I like how he even inserted like the little sounds of the water.
Yes.
Lightly.
Yes.
It wasn't overdone. It wasn't overdone where it was like
beautiful.
Yeah. That shit was
Alchemist,
crazy.
man, he fucking
I wonder.
killed this shit.
Yeah, he did it.
Like there's one thing to be in your studio just fucking around making some beats. I'm gonna just make some beats with some yacht rock. But where do you take it to another level? Like I can hear Benny on this shit.
Right. That's what makes Alchemist one of the best. Like who would even, like you said, who would even start with Yacht Rock? Who would start there?
Yeah.
For someone like Alchemist to be the dude that's just like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take all this shit that people really kind of like as a guilty pleasure, and I'm gonna fucking hip hop the fuck out of that.
Yep.
I'm trying to think if any other producer said they were doing this, I wouldn't be jumping to go listen to it.
Nah,
I don't think so.
Like, cause I can't even think of who else would even. The only other producer I could think that would come up with something like this would be like LP. Like maybe not now, but like in his old Mega Mix days, I can see him be like, because he took like Justin Bieber and mixed it up. I can see him being like, you know what, I'm gonna take Yacht Rock and make y'all fuck with it. He's the only other producer I can think of where I'd be like, yeah, I want to hear that.
I can think so out the box like that.
Yeah. Anybody else that was like, yo, I'm a fucking really scum out some Yacht Rock, I'd be like, oh, I'm not trying to hear that. Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. But Alchemist, not a slouchy moment.
And he didn't slouch on the mic either with the joint with Gangrene with him and Oh No.
Yeah.
I mean, Oh No, of course we already know about Oh No, but yeah, they wasn't sleeping on the mic then, and that horns and shit on there.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, like what the fuck is this, dude? Like, yeah, man, this shit was great.
It feels like it's Alchemist versus the artist a little bit, like almost like who kind of out, because they all brought their A game and Alchemist brought his A game, but like, do y'all feel Alchemist may have outperformed the artist, or it was just a perfect marriage for y'all?
I think that's what made it work, because it was just like, damn, like how you make this shit mesh so well with all these different artists with different styles, different flavors, and it's just the shit just meshed like one. Like it just meshed so well.
He made something that shouldn't work.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's not a perfect marriage. That's what's so beautiful about it. It gives you that, because like when you say like Madlib and Freddie like a perfect marriage, it's because like when he makes those beats, when Freddie raps over him, it's like, yeah, that shit makes sense. This shit to me still doesn't make sense, but I think that's the appeal of it.
Yeah.
Is these hood rappers rapping over this light ass production. It doesn't make sense, but it fucking works perfectly.
I think because I have such a fascination with Alchemist doing these beats, I lean a little bit towards him, only like just a little bit.
I can see that.
Because I still don't understand how he was able to make it work. I mean, I know he's just fucking great, but still, it's just like you're listening to it. I'm like, this don't make sense.
It's not supposed to work. Like to Mike's point,
because you know what the rappers are gonna do.
Of course, and that's why I posed the question, because I feel a little bit like you. Again, not taking it away from nobody on the project, because they all brought their fucking A game, but I feel like Alchemist slightly outshined them, because I think his job was harder than everybody else's job. Like they just came in, did their thing, floated on it.
I don't know about harder, because I don't know if it's easy to kind of just go in and rap over some shit. Like
I'm not saying that it's easy, but then you have 12 tracks and that you have to make it feel cohesive. And I feel Alchemist outdid himself, because, like to your point, Mike, it's not supposed to work. It's not supposed to sound like this, but it did. And I think that it's more because of Alchemist than the artist.
I don't know, because when you think about some of these rappers, like the way Mayhem Loren was flowing on Sex and the Fountain Blue, you have to give some props to the artist themselves. I know, but I'm saying, but like, I don't know that their job was much easier than Alchemist. To come in there and be like, you know what, I'm gonna write this scumbaggy rap over these fucking beats. I don't know that that's a very easy task. So, I mean, especially when you think about someone like Benny the Butcher. Or West Side Gun and Conway.
I know.
So I don't know. I think this was even keel. I really do with this project. I think these rappers and Alchemist, it was an even keel.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I think we're all saying the same damn thing. This shit is fucking amazing, and it was super unexpected. How?
I mean, I didn't expect to be like, god damn. Like, I didn't expect to be so wild about this. Like, I thought it was gonna be like another project. But okay, this shit's solid, cool. But like, listening to this shit, I was like, god damn, how you get all this shit to fit so well? And these artists come in and lay they one verse and just fucking kill that shit. Like, next track, kill that shit. I'm like, damn, that shit's crazy.
Let me see. For me, give me Uptown Aquarium. Big Body best, man. I fuck with Big Body. Give me Stugot's Willie the Kid. Give me Ocean Prime. Give me Sandcastles, and give me Eastside.
Give me Stugot's, and give me that 4-track run with Ocean Prime, Harry O, Sandcastles, and Eastside.
Sex in the Fountain Blue, Stugot's, Harry O, Sandcastles. Shit. Up. No, I'm gonna have to say Ocean Prime.
Yeah, Harry O. That's gonna be the first one right there. Sandcastles, Eastside, Stugot's, and Boat Shoes.
Alchemist, if you watching, bruh, just keep getting more work, bruh. It's just keep doing you. I already know how it sounds. Just keep doing you. Keep giving us more work. Keep making these collab projects. Give me more Freddie. Give me more Currency. Give me more Willie the Kid. Give me more everybody, bro. Just give me more work. You know, I think I put Alchemist in one of those categories where the more work, the better. Like he can't like do too much. You know what I'm saying? So like, just continue to give us great fucking albums, bro. Like, and almost everything you touch is like golden. So ain't nothing I could tell you to like, oh, you gotta do this better. I need this part. Nah, bro. Like, just do the work, bro. Like, the work speaks for itself, man.
If you're watching, I love how you experiment, and kind of in the opposite direction. Like we have, like J-Bet Mafia, for example, who experiment on the total opposite end of hip hop with harsh sounds and different, beats and instruments and stuff, kind of going all over the place. I like how you kind of go in the opposite direction. You went to a more smoother, accessible route, and how you're not staying confined within a box of what you do so well. And I think that that's actually really, really dope, because I didn't know that hip hop could even sound like this, to the point of having a yacht rock sound of a genre that's typically, ridiculed and made fun of. So for you to take that and put together such a dope, concise project, I think is quite fascinating, to be honest. And then when I was listening to this, I could just picture myself when I was at Hilton Head and we were about to go out on the boats, but the hurricane messed it up. I could be playing this on the boat. So continue to do that, man. Continue to make your dope music, but also venture outside of the box and work on some other stuff. I think that's incredible.
I love how you challenge yourself with something like this, and I think that you knocked it out the park. I'm used to you giving us high quality work, but I think this was a very different kind of challenge, and I love that you took it on and you did it. And there's not many producers that I feel like can give a centralized theme and vibe to a project without overtly saying it. I feel being by the ocean. I feel being at a resort by the beach. I feel that when I listen to this. And I think that you did an amazing job. So I'm really, really, really hyped to see what you do next.
Yes, Alchemist, if you're watching, pretty much, echo what these guys have been saying. It's just like one of those things where it's like, your name has to be mentioned now, as far as like just one of like the greats producers in hip hop. Like it has to be, because every time, especially in recent years, you've been in this game for 20 years, and it's like, man, like you still making these beats, crafting these type of production. That's just like, it has me amazed. I'd be like, dude, how the hell are you still doing this shit? Shit's fucking crazy. And like I mentioned earlier, it's just like you paint a picture perfect with this album, and then getting those guys in and just do their thing, man. Like, salute to you, man. Great job on this. Looking forward to anything that you always do, man. I always be excited when I be like, yes, I'm about to get new Alchemist production, because I just want to know what the hell your brain was thinking when you craft these beats and secrets and shit. So keep up the great work, man.